I recently got to perform in the beautiful backdrop of Morrison, Colorado, which is home to the infamous Red Rocks Amphitheater. I wanted to show you guys some of the behind the scenes effort at the amphitheater as I prepared with Phunky Nomads and as we prepared to back GZA of Wu-Tang Clan. So check out these behind the scenes. So this is me pulling up to the loading dock, and what's crazy is that guy I just said what's up to, Gabriel McNair, amazing musician with Sublime with Rum. And if you haven't got the idea why they call this amphitheater Red Rocks, look at all the red brick and red rock and stone formation around. And actually, this was formed naturally, I was told by one of the workers in the spot. And right here, I'm looking for my bandmates, and I stumble upon the keyboardist who tries to drop kick me right here. And he fails. But yeah, that's Entrified McLeod, aka GOS, keyboard player in Phunky Nomads. As you can hear, it's very cavernous, the sound here. So I know it must be really difficult to tame those lows without sounding like you're underwater or in the gym. One of the things you learn very quick on the road is that sometimes they don't have every single thing you want on the rider. And right here, Entrified was showing me the keyboard I would be using for the show this evening. Let's get into some of the nitty-gritty details about the stage at Red Rock. So the Red Rocks Amphitheater recently had an overhaul, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. It's part of a program called Elevate Denver, which is a 10-year, $937 million bond program aimed to enhance the city and county of Denver through critical improvements to the city's infrastructure. Short Elliott Hendrickson were the roof architects. G.H. Phillips did the construction. Brown Note Productions did the system integration, PA system, and cabling. One thing really interesting, when they interviewed SEH, the architects, they noted that it was an outdoor naturally occurring venue, meaning Red Rocks, and they didn't want to mess up the naturally occurring acoustics. Another interesting thing is the venue is 6,500 feet above sea level, which can be very challenging to a vocal performer, and it's also challenging for the sound man because the sound reacts different that high up. Here's some Red Rocks Amphitheater roof notables. It's 90% structural to hold all that rigging. It's 8,500 square feet. It has a copper clad topper made on site from Nordic Brown. The copper comes from in Germany. It has a rigging capacity of 150,000 pounds, and it was installed by a local vendor called Superior Roofing. It has flaring sides on the roof to minimize SPL on the stage. As for the sound system, it's a D&B Audio Technique system. They use West Penn HA210 10x2 speaker cables. There's a QSC Q System Core 510i. For their wireless microphones, they use a Shure ULXD wireless mic system, 4 D&B enclosures, 3 LCR arrays. In the arrays, they have an ALI 90 box in the center arrays, and they have an ALI 160 box in the left and right arrays, and 3 D&B amps that are D30. The video system is pretty extensive at Red Rocks as well, so you can see all the way to the back. They have a 14 by 20 LED wall by Daktronics that was put back in 2017. They have 4 Panasonic AWUE 150 PLZ cameras. They have 2 all-weather AWHR 140 PLZ cameras that go to a hard disk recorder. Another interesting tidbit is Red Rocks Amphitheater teamed up with a company called Mix Halo, and they have a proprietary network-based data delivery platform that delivers high bandwidth real-time audio directly to the attendees in the amphitheater on their phones or wireless headphones, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. They suggest that people that are way in the back, if they want studio quality sound and want to enjoy the show, they can actually listen to it on their headphones and still be in the theater. And it's also encrypted, so you can't record the performance, however. So now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program with me and N.Y.C backstage at the amphitheater.
Hey, we're gonna make it pop. What's that? So we're gonna make it pop.
This is the view from the crowd all the way up at the top. It took me about 2 minutes to walk up there swiftly. These are some of the beautiful rock formations at the landing at the top when you first enter Red Rocks. This is me listening to Summer Sublime with Rome sound check. And that bass is thumping.
1, 2.
And this is Phunky Nomads taking the stage after their sound check. You see me getting wires, my 1/4 inch set up, and my computer. My violin's already set up on that stand that I love to bring. I'll have that down in the description if you want to buy that. My fellow violinists, violists. There's N.Y.C with the 2-tier stand, and this is my lovely pedal board that I use for this gig. And up on top, I have an iPad Pro 2020, a quick lock DJ table, which I did a review on. And I'll put a card on the top right so you can see that. I have no idea what keyboard this is. I can't remember because it's not the one from the rider. And last but not least, my MacBook Pro 2017, which runs into the Radial DI. Here I got a shot behind our drummer and MD, Ramsey Jones. There's N.Y.C mad that they're not moving fast enough. Can see my lit lid right there. And we're finally getting all our gear and gadgets to work together so we can do some music. Jabril Torre with that nice Aguilar bass amp, I think. And I'm making sure all my expensive patch cords are working correctly. You can hear me here using a mic'd amp, which I love to do. I believe that's a Fender Twin down there. A little bit of pizzicato from my Aurora violin.
Spark the lettering, slow moving MCs
GZA here
wait for the
sound checking.
editing. The liquid soluble that made up the chemistry, gaseous element, burn down your ministry.
So everything was sounding great, and I wanted to show you this super behind the scenes. This is our green rooms and dressing rooms, but I wanted to walk out and capture how packed this crowd looked as the first band was performing. You can really see the beautiful rock formation behind me, part of what makes Red Rocks magical. And you can hear the band Catastro performing behind me. Tragically, after that performance, Andy Chavez passed away, and I just want to take this moment to send my condolences to his family and his friends and his bandmates. He was very cool. I don't have our interaction on tape, but he was a very cool dude, and I'm really sorry to hear about this. And this is my pedal board looking up into the crowd, all ready to go, almost packed and a little bit chilly. course, you can't leave out the selfie from the stage, because that's ubiquitous nowadays. Bucket list dream performance.
That's what I want to hear. So check it out. My name is Ramsey Jones. I want to introduce my band, the Phunky Nomads. To my right, I have Phearnone on violin and keys. On his
And this is actually really right under the stage where all the performers that's ever performed at Red Rocks, they usually tag up, write their name, put their autograph, their John Hancock, and I had to do it. I did it in 2 spaces. I saw the Beatles. I saw all type of, super bands that have performed here.
Oh, look. Check this out. Here's Miami Fine.
Oh yeah, Big Black.
That was like 10
They
years
told me
ago.
Jimi Hendrix also signed.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Said Jimi Hendrix is named here somewhere.
Another thing, this is me leaving the venue after our performance. Sublime with Rome was about to go on and tear up the stage, but I had to stop because another fellow violinist, that's Boyd Tinsley from the Dave Matthews Band, had to give it up for my brother. And as you can see, it's just like a league of legends on the wall on both sides. And to know that I'm yet another musician who was fortunate enough to perform here is an honor for me. And I can't wait to the next one with Phunky Nomads and GZA at the helm. You've been watching Gear and Gadgets behind the scenes of us at Red Rocks. Please like and subscribe if you like this content.